Hey everyone, welcome back to World Wheelchair Warriors. My name is Lisa and I'm your host on all these videos. So, hope you don't fire me. But today I'm getting real about something a lot more of us or a lot of us go through when we go out, and that is confidence. And how I got comfortable being out in public in my wheelchair, I didn't happen overnight. So, but we'll talk about this today and some of the things that I had to overcome. So let's get started here. When I first started, using a wheelchair and going out in public, I felt awkward, strange, like what was going to happen. Nothing was really going to happen. It was just, me doing my thing. But, I was just hyper aware. So I felt like all eyes were on me. And then I thought, why? I'd catch people staring or worse, asking me all kinds of questions. So, some people were acting like I didn't exist. And this did happen in one of the grocery stores. And I was getting in line for the cashier, and one guy just butted right in front of me. And the lady behind me says, "Hey, sir, she was here first. The back of the line is over there." So I was surprised at her comment. So I turned around and I said, "Thanks, really." So she said, "Oh, nothing. Some people are just really rude." So, but it surprised me. It really did. So this was more about me, feeling, I don't know, nervous or standing out too much. But here is, the turning point for me was the realization that I belong in every space I enter. I'm going to say that again. I belong in every space I enter, period. Just like everyone else. My wheelchair isn't a spaceship. It isn't dangerous. It's not going to blow up. It isn't a sign of weakness either. So it's my transportation. It's my freedom. This wheelchair is my freedom. Once I reframed that in my mind, everything changed. I felt more comfortable. I said, yeah, as people walk in here, so do I, just with wheels. That's all. That's the difference. So, I started dressing up the way I wanted, not to hide the chair. I practiced short outings first, which I really did, to coffee shops or to a park. I stopped apologizing for existing in public places. "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me." No, none of that. None of that. I gave myself permission to take up space. I gave myself permission to take up space and to be there. And that was powerful. So if I'm looking at a shelf at a store and someone tries to move me, first of all, they can't, because I'm in a power wheelchair. Once I take my hand off of the joystick, my wheelchair can't be moved. And someone did come by and tried to move me, and I turned around and I said, "Excuse me, can I help you?" They said, well, they wanted to be there too. And I said, "I'm almost done. If you could go get something in the meantime, I'll be done in a few seconds." So manual wheelchairs, this happens a lot, where somebody will come by and move them on purpose. That is disrespectful in every way, shape, and form. So never touch a wheelchair user. There's no need to. Or me. So here it is. Finding community these are some things that might help you. You know, it takes practice. Any skill that we need to learn will take practice. So going out will take practice. Going out to the porch, coming back in. Going to the sidewalk, coming back in. Going to the store on the corner and come back in. So you might want to make those small steps. But finding community online or local groups might help, you know. Rolling with pride, owning your story and mobility. Why are you in the chair to begin with? It's your situation and it doesn't belong to anyone else. Remembering people are going to stare, but that's their problem, not yours or mine. One of the first times I went to the store on the corner, we have a grocery store here on the corner about a block away, and I don't know who he was. He looked kind of like an employee, and he stared from the time I came into the store until the moment that I left. And I just said to myself over and over, just focus on your task, not on him. Just focus on your task. You're here to pick up groceries just like anyone else. So I almost went up to him and said, is there something I could help you with? But I decided, nah, it wasn't worth it. So I had to pick up ketchup and I had to pick up mayonnaise. It was like Memorial Day and we were going to grill out. So I had to pick up those items real quick and then rush back. And there he was, just staring. It's like, I hope he had fun. I'm proud as a wheelchair user. I really am, you know, of all the skills that I've learned and being able to use this tool as well as I do. So I'm not trying to blend in at all. I'm showing up when I need to. We need to catch up. I showed up and I went to go get ketchup. So, you know, it's not about hiding who I am, really. So think about what is stopping you from going out, from being in public. What is hard for you? Now, I want to repeat one of the phrases that I said way at the beginning. It's very strong, very powerful for any one of us. I belong in every space I enter. I belong there, despite the wheelchair. So if you're new to using a wheelchair or struggling with confidence, I want you to know it gets better eventually. It takes practice, but it gets better. You deserve to feel proud of how you move through the world. The wheelchair is your transportation. It's not going to change you in any shape or form. You are you. You need to go get some ketchup? Go get some ketchup. People walk in, you roll in, so big deal, big whoop. It's the way you live life. And that's important for you to process gradually. So leave a comment and let me know, how did you get more comfortable in public? How did you grow in going out in public? Or are you still figuring it out? So let us know down below. We're in this together, remember. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, whichever one you would like to do. If you'd like to share this with someone who really needs it, enroll with us here on World Wheelchair Warriors. And I, for sure, will see you in the next one.